Hey, all right. So I want to talk about something that I see happening all the time in the online space, and that is plagiarism. This is honestly such a big issue. It's happened to me many times. I've seen it happen to my clients. I see new entrepreneurs falling into the trap of being inspired by somebody or seeing somebody who's successful in their niche. And rather than just being inspired by that person or motivated by them, they rip off their offers, their copy, their tone, their style, their strategy, whatever. And it's just not okay. It's something that's really shitty. And I know from having it happen to me, it feels really hurtful because, especially as a personal brand, generally you'll put so much love and intention and like work into the things that you create. And then to have somebody just rip it off and put their name on it and try to pass it off as their own is really hurtful. However, last week I created a video all about how you can, you know, use your client's words without ever having actually worked with them. And I called it the creep technique. And I actually had a couple people ask me, like, well, what about looking at some of your competitors, seeing what they're doing? And that made me think about this video. And so, what I want to actually share with you is what to do. So let's say you are brand new, you have no idea what you should be talking about. You see people in your niche killing it, and you're like, if it works for them, it will work for me. So, how do you look at what successful people are doing and spot trends without ever actually copying or plagiarizing that person? Okay, and I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do it here. And this is a technique that everybody should be using. And not only will it help you or prevent you from copying or plagiarizing other people, it will also help you to spot trends and to start to create more viral content and trainings and stuff like that that will really resonate with people. Okay, so first of all, obviously, don't impersonate, don't plagiarize, don't steal, don't copy. Okay, but if you don't have an audience, I know that the truth is there's a lot that you can learn from somebody who actually does have your audience already. The people, the brands, the companies, the courses that already have your audience. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to find maybe 3 people in your niche who have your audience, whose stuff you notice is like crushing it. And you want to know, okay, so what is it about them that people are really attracted to? And how can I use that to my advantage? There's nothing wrong with this. Here's what I want you to do. Scroll through. So let's say I choose one person and let's say they are like a skincare expert. Okay. I'm following so many of these accounts on Instagram. I don't know about you guys. They're a skincare expert. Okay. And you're getting into skincare. So I want you to scroll through their reels, their posts, their blog posts, their Pinterest, whatever. And I want you to see as you're scrolling through, like what pops. So if I'm scrolling through their reels, I can see like, okay, most of them have, 5,000 views, but this one has 150,000 views, or this one has 20,000 views even. I want you to click on that one, okay? The one that kind of popped, the one that really stood out, the one that did really well with their audience and with a broader audience clearly as well. And I want you to ask yourself these questions by looking at that post, okay? First thing is, what's the subject matter? What are they talking about in this post? And can I decipher just from that, learning the subject matter of that post, can I decipher why this particular post popped and or went viral or whatever you want to call it, did really well? Can I tell why this one did really well? So first question, what's the subject matter? 2, second question, what is the style of the solution? So is this like a done for you solution? Is it a thought provoking video? Is it something that's motivational? Is it something that is belief shifting? What is the style of the solution? Then you want to ask yourself, what's the tone of the post or the blog or whatever? Meaning, how did it make people feel? What is coming across in this video? So subject matter, style of solution, and tone. These are the most important things that you want to be able to answer when you're looking at anybody's content specifically the posts that really pop off. And so once you know, you've asked yourself those 3 questions, you can kind of start to figure out like what made this post do better than all their other content. And you can use this to your advantage. So let's say, for example, it was a skincare expert and the subject matter was how to eliminate frown lines with gua sha. Okay, let's say that's the example. The style of the solution was, it was a tutorial. It was like a fast motion. She's like getting in there with the gua sha, whatever. So it's a tutorial based solution. Okay, I'm learning some things here. So maybe the frown lines is something that really popped. Tutorial, people like tutorials specifically in that audience. What was the tone? Maybe the tone was calming and she was kind of talking over it and it was like ASMR-y. Maybe it was a calming tone. And so, and then I want to ask myself, like, okay, what's the reason that this one popped over all of her other ones? And let's say maybe all of her other videos were kind of talking, like maybe like this style, whereas this video was a tutorial. So now I'm like, okay, I know that this audience does really well with tutorials and maybe they're quite interested in like eliminating frown lines. So using that information without copying her or anything like that, I could maybe create a post or a webinar or something like that, all about, if I'm a skincare expert, all about how to use gua sha. You know, this is not her thing. Millions of people are using gua sha. How to use gua sha to eliminate different wrinkles or like something like that. So, and during that workshop, I'm going to actually teach people how to do it. We're all going to do it live together. And I'm going to, you know, set the tone. I'm going to get everyone to light candles and whatever, right? This is how you can use somebody else's content and learn from it and actually learn, okay, this is the style of solution that my audience likes to learn, rather than literally just going through somebody's stuff and copying that video and doing it on your, you know, Instagram account or turning that into a webinar. That's not great, or that's not good. Definitely don't do that. But what's even better is that you're learning actually what resonates with an audience, and you're able to apply that to your teaching and what you already do. And so maybe what you might do at this point is then implement on your Instagram account. Maybe you're going to do a lot more reels that are all tutorial based, and you're going to test that out and see if that does better than what the content that you were previously doing did. And so see how this is actually like spotting a framework rather than copying or getting inspiration even from someone else's content. I really do try to steer clear of getting inspiration from your competitors at all. Like, don't even look at their account. It isn't good. And sometimes you'll even notice that the accounts that you follow all the time, you start to match their tone, and maybe you start even saying some of those things on your account. So I generally find it's better and safer to just not follow the people who are doing similar things to you in your niche, because even if you have similar teachings, let's say you've both learned this, went to the same school, and you've taken the same curriculum, you can start to sound really similar because you are teaching the same subject matter. But if you are not following them, you're going to have your own perspective, your own tone, your own examples, your own way of organizing the information that is going to prevent you from plagiarizing either inadvertently or purposefully. So the best thing that you can do, even better than looking at other people who are in your niche, is look at people who are in a totally different niche from you but have a similar audience. So let's say I'm a skincare expert. I could follow somebody who teaches all about maybe like facial acupuncture or something like that. And my thing is gua sha. So we're totally different, but I can see like, okay, here's what pops with the facial acupuncture chick. Is that even a thing? I think so. Yeah. And how can I apply that to my audience? So you are less likely to copy her because you're not doing acupuncture, right? But you know that you guys have really similar audiences. So that audience is likely to resonate with the same subject matter, tone, and solution style as your audience. So that's my recommendation. Do not copy, do not plagiarize. Don't look at other people's sales pages in your niche. Don't copy their tone. Don't copy and paste their stuff. Don't take screenshots. Like, just don't do it. It's for the best. Trust me, you'll sleep better at night. And I will tell you, like, it can seem harmless. Like, if I said something that Marie Forleo has already said, it seems harmless because who am I? And she's Marie Forleo, she's crushing it. But the truth is, even if somebody copies my stuff and I'm like, okay, they have, 10 followers on Instagram, and so it's unlikely that anybody who follows me is going to see their stuff, it still really hurts. So just don't do it. It's not cool. And the thing is, your audience is going to resonate so much better with the stuff that comes from your perspective and your unique voice. So go forth and do that. Use these techniques: subject matter, tone, style of solution, and see what you can learn and see what you can decipher from stuff that's going viral on other people's accounts. All right, chat with you soon.